ADA has fallen asleep a little bit, hasn't it? But crypto markets have fallen asleep. So first off, this is a 6-hour chart that I have here on the screen. This is like 2 weeks worth of 6-hour candles. This for crypto is incredibly sideways. This takes stamina in order to track these markets, to watch them when they're like this. We're all so used to just getting some crazy moves one way or the other. So when we're looking at Cardano ADA, it's the entire crypto market. Bitcoin's not very steady around 20,000. It's just making everybody guess right now. The state of the markets right now are absolutely insane. But I really do. I want to start. I'm gonna dig into the 6-hour. I'm gonna dig into the daily, and I'm gonna dig into the weekly, because though it is sideways, now is the time to really visualize what could happen next. There are some reasons that I want to go over why a breakout is just so in play, a breakout to the upside. But we're at the mercy here of traditional markets, S&P 500 index. I want to start here. Some people do not think Cardano will survive until the next bull market. Not only will it survive, but it will outperform. I said this is my opinion, of course. I want to bring this up because we are doing a Cardano video when it's sideways. We are doing a Cardano video when it's down for over half of a year on this weekly chart. So I realize there's going to be people out there like, dude, Dan, why are you covering ADA? Like, is it even going to survive? I have this completely different perspective in terms of ADA. It is a top crypto. It is, behind Bitcoin, I would say, the best crypto in terms of just sustainability and reliability and a future for the technology. It is doing the most. And out of all cryptos, in terms of, as far as proof of stake goes and the Ouroboros protocol, it is what it is, everybody. It's something special. It is not only going to be around, I think, but I think it's going to really set the tone for what quality means in crypto. And I'm saying that because it's important. This kind of highlights the entire approach to my macro plan for Cardano. It's because I think Cardano is not only going to be around, but it's going to not only outperform price wise, but fundamentally. And it's already been doing that, through the growth of its network and through the growth of everything we've been tracking on this channel for so very long. So let's do this though. Let's break down just what's going on in these charts. So let's dive into the very nice organic technical analysis. And here we are. Man, that chart is insane. I can't believe we've been tracking this whole thing almost every day. I can't even believe it. So first things first, let's talk about the case for the breakout. We're at the mercies of S&P 500 index, right? So it's a little iffy because right now, and when I say S&P 500 index, this is just a chart I have up, but I'm talking NASDAQ, Dow, just equity markets. 20-day moving average. In between this area, the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average for S&P 500 index, there could be very well a lower high, right, in play where boom, whether this week, next week, things are crashing again. If that happens, ADA is probably not breaking out. So when we're talking about breakout for ADA, keep in mind, it's not Bitcoin that we should be watching. It is this chart. And so, yes, there could be a rally. Yes, it could be sideways a little bit first. And by rally, I mean a 3% move to the 50-day moving average resistance. If we get a break above there on this chart, on the S&P 500, that could be something we would look at. But we need some type of move or even sideways for ADA to even break out right now, even if it's a short-term rally before more downside. So I just want to get that out of the way. Let's watch traditional markets. Let's watch the sentiment, right? The fear mentality. What is that looking like in terms of those markets? It's extremely important that we track that. Now let's go over here to the weekly. This is the first case for Cardano breakout. Cardano is oversold on the stock RSI for weeks, and it is in this general vicinity of just sideways consolidation at this historically low, slower moving momentum oscillator area towards the oversold area on this indicator. So these on the macro is just a perfect, and one of my lights is for now. This is just a perfect setup for just a breakout, even if just a rally. And it is just set up. It's ready. There's no other way to say it. It's not that I'm saying I'm predicting it's going to happen. You can even look at the MACD line getting ready to cross above the signal line, this red line. The setup is there for a rally. And this could be it could be a type of environment where Bitcoin and crypto, and ADA included, is rallying for a couple weeks, a month. ADA is testing $1 again before maybe a final capitulation. It could be a scenario like that. Second thing, on the daily chart, here's what we're watching on the daily chart. ADA is still holding on in terms of just from this swing low back here, and this is a really crucial trend line that goes all the way back to like 2018. We've talked about it before. ADA is still holding on in terms of putting in that swing low and maintaining a higher low from that area, and all while doing that, it is grappling once again with this 20-day moving average right here, and ADA is right below it. So it hasn't happened just yet, but after all that has taken place, meaning ADA has broken above the 20-day and back below, testing it multiple times, this would be a very bullish confirmation if ADA can somehow manage to, on the daily chart, get back above the 20-day moving average right now around 51 cents. I thought it's important to bring it up because not only is ADA seeing resistance here, but it's so close. It's 2 cents away from closing a candle above the 20-day moving average. 50-day moving average right above it by a penny, 53 cents. So these moving averages have really converged together, and this area right here could be a sign of bullish confirmation if ADA can make a move above that area. Now, more telling as we dig into this chart, and by the way, on this daily chart, remember, we still have this case for the pullback to this lower trend line of this ascending triangle. So the case for this busted ascending triangle is still in play, meaning a busted ascending triangle is when you break a trend line, in this case to the downside, kind of fakes out, gets pulled back in, and we break out to an upward target. That's a busted pattern. Now, that could be the case for ADA breaking and closing above those moving averages right there. That's on the daily. Now, interestingly enough, we go to 6 hour, we start seeing a really common theme on the 6 hour chart. For me, I really like the 6 hour in terms of just taking raw movements and patterns and raw data from this 6 hour chart historically and kind of just transposing it onto the chart where we are, right? We kind of do that a lot in terms of the 6 hour chart. But what I want to look at here is this. If you can see right now, we're tracking to see if we get a pullback into that lower trend line that we just looked at on the daily chart. But if you can see, as ADA broke down below the lower trend line, since putting in that low, ADA has seen on the 6 hour this higher high and higher low momentum on the slower moving momentum oscillator. Now, this really hasn't broken yet, and it could break as I'm uploading this video. So keep that in mind. Track it, because this is what I'm watching. This is what I'm tracking. That's why I'm bringing it up. But just watch this. Now, every time, historically, it seems, from what I see, on this chart, in this entire downtrend for months and months over, I guess, since September, we look at this chart on the 6 hour and we kind of grab these data points where ADA looks very similar, like right here. Sideways trading on the 6 hour after this quick capitulation, right? So capitulation, higher, low, sideways trading, boom, right? And then even back here, there was kind of this very quick capitulation, sideways trading, boom, to the upside, right? Even here, capitulation, kind of sideways consolidation to the upside. Now, if we open up the momentum oscillator, look what ADA was giving us clues for that breakout on this oscillator. Higher highs and higher lows. Look at that. Until, boom, there's the breakout. And then check it out. Higher highs, higher lows during sideways trading. Boom, there's the breakout. Higher highs, higher lows during sideways trading. Boom, there's the breakout. We're once again there. Higher highs and higher lows during sideways trading. Will there be that? Boom, there's the breakout. That's what I'm watching. Now, when I look at this and I dissect this data, even in my own time, not even just doing a video, my mind always just goes back to this chart, the S&P 500 index, which is the chart that I've been tracking to reference traditional markets. And it just goes back to this because I'm just kind of like, if this opens red and just starts tanking and there's all these headlines again, tomorrow something gets announced about inflation or something like that. If this starts falling, the case for ADA to kind of repeat this and the technical analysis that we're doing here, it becomes weak, right? It just does, because we know that crypto has really been following, for the most part, traditional markets. However, if these markets open green tomorrow, if it breaks the 20-day moving average to the upside, even if it's just sideways and you know, this could give it a shot for ADA to make that move at least to the 60-cent area, which would be the lower trend line of a symmetrical triangle. So this is just what I'm tracking. I've been tracking charts, everybody. We've been tracking a lot within the Cardano ecosystem as well, but this is a straight up technical analysis video. This is everything I'm watching. We've been here before in terms of ADA kind of just trying to figure out what it's going to be doing next. And many times through this downtrend, we've seen ADA kind of give us that just pump to the upside, where we're really starting to test more key macro resistance areas. So we're not there yet, but we could very well be there soon, meaning 75 cents, 20-week moving average. We could be talking about that in this type of move where ADA is getting a breakout to the upside. The 75-cent area, the 20-week moving average, is such a big area for ADA on the macro, and it could be in play sooner than later, but we have to just track it. Those are my thoughts, everybody. If you're accumulating ADA during these times, stake with CCV. Stake with the CCV pool. I know the ticker at the bottom of the screen says CCV4, but they're all good to go right now. You can pick whatever one you want. I appreciate you delegating as we continue to really contribute to the consensus protocol on Cardano. And it's happening even during this bear market, even during the frustrations of sideways trading. So I took the last couple of days off, everybody. I have so many exciting things going on right now. I'm just focused on some other things. But this content on this channel is going to get better, I'm telling you, because we're getting ready to do some things over here. And I'm extremely just excited for the winds of change coming in, a new season, as we kind of track the formation of the bear market. There's no better time to build. There's no better time to make moves. So stay encouraged. And I hope you have a really good night tonight. Let's see what Cardano does. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.